Good morning, beautiful day. September 20th, 2022. September 2022. I go where they go so. September I done so. Salon people, time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. Any plan where you get, go ahead and begin for execute now. Because time not a wait. You see, salon people, I want for again, just tell Lawyer Lansana, plenty take communicator, by the way, the Twitter, see him, Twitter, this morning we share him. Loyal Lansana, for 23 years, selflessly they give, back to the people of Sierra Leone. You see, this is what a true lawyer stand for. Not to we send and go law school, not to we motivate her for go law school, not to, now in the side, he say, there is a gap in mankind. So what you have to do for help me people, what you have to do for solve the problems of society? He said, they go school, he go become a lawyer. He become a human rights lawyer. He begin stand up for salon people. For 23 years now, they do him. And he still do him selflessly. And we know say they contest, one for being of the Secretary General of the APC party. I mean, somebody like your daddy, come on. I mean, it's uncontestable. Dr. Martin Luther King he said the ultimate measure of a man is not where you stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where you stand in moments of controversies and challenges. And Lawyer Lansana don't prove her. You see, not for talk, now the thing. Now when the time day for let you actually act, you act. Now in Lawyer Lansana do. And a lot of our lawyers don't stand up. We want to thank them. But in times like these, right now, people they kill people there. We see they assassinate Evangelist Samson. Now forget about us. The APC party don't move on. Nobody know if for come up and say, what in do. The stakeholders within APC party, the leaders in your parliament, members of parliament, nobody there for take this and say, we are somebody now with political party that is protected by the constitution. Now in them come also they assassinate them cold-blooded, broad daylight inside Sierra Leone. We see them. We see them. But thank God for Lawyer Lansana where they stand up, continue for advocate and push, and enough complete the post-mortem. They don't do the post-mortem on Evangelist Samson. The findings is very clear. If they run, they shoot her from the back, they shot her in leg. We make it bleed excessively, he lost in life. I'm sure there is more, but then just the top. But salon people, these are all the things. People in a prison, in a police station, they lock them up. The APC leadership in the parliament never for stand up and take the wells of parliament and use section 86 too. Even though they're on recess, they're on vacation. For call, say no. And people are still in prison. APC supporters, they language. APC supporters, they are on a serious follow. Then nobody not tell you anything again for do anything without the leaders. They not come forward. No more. Una sirom suffer. But you see, salon people, there's a lot of things happening. Then in just the thing, I don't want to forget. The McKinney massacre, the Parebaro prison massacre, the Tombo, the killings, now my 91, Losar. Those are the things so we don't want to forget. I share a video this morning. I'm going to watch that video. We get for go back and dig the history and bring everything out. Let people understand. And say, Usa, you go. When you buck your food, so Usa, you go for the watch. Now, Usa, you buck your food. You want to know. Salon, until we know, say we buck with food. We're not ready for move as a nation. People are very tribalistic. Again, section 13B of the Constitution. I hope I don't memorize them. It says every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, so that your loyalty is to the state and not to your sectional, ethnic, or regional, or other loyalties. Your loyalty shall lie to the state. Tribalism for done. That party politics, that is politician, you did BN, family, they come with the whole meeting for saying how for support. No, it's on policies. What's he right for una? We see Dr. Samora Kamara in video in speech where they give for motivate people for come up for register. The registration process they go on. Una continue for come up for register. Because the only way una came for get rid of Marabio. And then we're going for clean the APC party later. Because APC need cleaning up. But the only way for get rid of Marabio, now for register. But we see the neck the game where they play. We see the games where neck they play. Then they try for match the census numbers to the registration. Then they put quota per registration center there. How some for then I 60% will register. How on half 60% for register and registration center? A whole day 60%. And you hear the neck commissioner we talked the other day. Salon people, this is a serious battle for the times. When I see that they cry now, they say, hey, Papa Sheki, we'll be doing a dictatorship for 20 something years. They forget say how we get there. Now the same SLPP carry lost then go to parliament. Then Wala una remember every now and again. Albert Magai carry lost then go to parliament. The one party state system, Albert Magai can go now. Papa Sheki go meet Salam and I say, you know what? I go pull up on the wire. We go use the law against them. Now he make we get 28 years of Papa Sheki. Then they come on the island now say we be under dictatorship. Now the same forefathers them. Now they go sow the seed. They say I pray the bed now so you go lay down there. Salon people them, you know, we see Fatima building in London. Can she go ahead?
Before you jump to the almighty, most powerful diplomats na Salon. Like, you know, talking about the quota way that they talk about in each registration center. You know, Ibrahim, Salon people, if they don't wake up and smell the coffee, you know, we go dream gently with dipole. You know, the APC waiting, I don't know, waiting like they rely on. They constantly they talk, say, oh, we don't worry, the international community there for we don't worry, you know, we get the backing, we don't win this election. Complacency. Now you know they kick in. That right there. For make they set a quota, Ibrahim, if they tell you say they get a target, now they aid. Because Ibrahim, if I tell you say that 60% for them at this center each day, then we know almost days in the register, we know almost centers a day. It means they have a figure that they aid. It's as simple as this. Because how you go put a quota to like a registration center? That tells you get a target.
Absolutely.
And who side this target they come out? Who side they pull this targeted number of people in? Who side? We don't know. As we talk, this registration, they just do a number blindly. Ibrahim, and they tell you that, and we don't say this. Same here for calm. People in the old registration sleep, but yet still they don't give their voter ID card. And they tell you this.
It's coming.
Because these guys get planned now the aid. How you go say you get a quota? How you go even say that? How you go say that? That tells you get a plan. You get plan. It's as simple as this. But when people in the talk, you know, Ibrahim, I don't tell people that. For me, I don't give up. I sit there and say, you know what? Salon people can talk, can cost as much as I want. For me, until Salon change, I'm not going to give up on them because you know what? These people, they've been boxed up for too long. They've been boxed up. Ibrahim, if you don't get in a jail when you are bend, you bend. If they pull you now, you don't be able to work as straight again.
No way.
Because you don't use to Usa, you don't bend.
No way.
And this is exactly what Salon people in the go through. They don't bend, they don't lock them up. Now that jail where they butu all day. When they release them now, they cannot walk upright because they don't use that states there for always bend, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
And this is what we're fighting for. And we're not going to be distracted at all.
Absolutely.
We're going to stand up and fix that country there because enough is enough. For many people that they talk all kind of rubbish, we're going to fix that country, Ibrahim. I don't care what it takes. But that's a need for change.
For change. And that's the spirit. That's the civic education right there. We get forget and penetrates through the minds of the people. We understand and apply it. Like how Cashbox say, come coach and can I go now? You go lock in a jail. Then lock in 9 months solitary confinement. You know the season. Where commentate they affecting your eye. Now sober country, if for seek justice. The state for pay for that damage day because unlawfully he was locked up. So Salon people we not saying that so we don't in a prison system. We not in a system where we are very subservient. We don't feel so we boy there. We life na bigger no for the pan. Waiting there for you, Bobo. School the open, you go to a member of parliament, you give 500,000 euros, you get buried and you give 1 million. When I feel say that is life, that's not a life. But anyways, when they can they, you know, I think so. We'll go for spend one day and day for talk about that Cashbox. Just focus on this topic. As he said, you don't home in on them the past 2 days. We have to focus on that particular area, that topic on itself. But that's a good point. But you see, some people, this not to, we on all no say Fatima Bio. Of course, we don't care about you know, what he buy, what he sell. But you know, when it comes to the reputation of our country at this particular point in time, you know, it's very important. Let's talk about diplomacy. You see, we see. Now Fatima Biogo represents Sierra Leone at the Queen in Berry. I mean, you know, it's where is that diplomacy? Where is the standards? Where is protocol? You know, waiting do we get government? Why we get government? Why we get structure within government? Waiting make we get hierarchy within government? Why these guys not gonna respect government? Why the SLPP not gonna respect government? You get structures, you get systems, you get hierarchy, you get protocols. Why they not go observe these protocols within our systems? Why they not go observe them in there? Why not Fatima Biofo go represent Sierra Leone at the Queen in Berry? If Manabio no, go ahead and come on in, my brother. Talk to them about this. Talk to them.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. We will not become distracted or become frustrated on this tier. Sometimes we're frustrated. See, for change something, for make good things, it's very, very difficult. Now, for point good things, it's very simple. So we believe, say, now good things we try for bill. Now make one, we get the dedicated idiots. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. It's a long problem, not to the one with the back home. Now the idiot don't need a diaspora, we then Sudan. We then feel say they get for join that status quo of stealing the country money. They get for just support anything. Then don't deny, don't know the see that thing. Because let me tell you, one of the things some people they can like this abroad. Then be blind and come, then they blind and then go just like them blind one, then go then blind one. Ibrahim, even your house, we didn't you get structure. If the papa no day, like the mama nine they take care of the house. If the mommy no day, they force the big picture among the picking nine they take care. After in the day after them, even at us. Even at us slow beginners, the governance started from the house Ibrahim. Who say see, papa no day the last people go take care of the house. No, now the mama. If mama they go, they look at the big picking, look is small one, they will so governance style. Right. Ibrahim, when we get anything that we be saying, now see the queen in that one is a serious business. Then they don't know say alone in recklessness from the one. They're not crawling up on this one. We say all head of state they go with their first ladies them. We all they go. Where did they go? He say you not get vice president, you not get foreign minister, you not get defense minister, you not get finance minister, you not get nobody at the governance at the first lady. Hey, but Ibrahim, what's in the kitchen? What's in the kids salon? What's in the kids salon? For like we see now what's in, I don't know what's in that salon problem. And they go jubilate and I see somebody make one video. Fatima they flower video with sky high. I say, hey Godfather, you even know the ramification or how they don't little salon on this thing. For like was that the same foreign minister? Was that the same vice president? Was that the same defense minister? Was that the same senior members of government for who represents the country? Imagine if they are the biggest gathering in the history. 100 head of state with 500 foreign dignitaries across the world. I would say head of state no Bukhara at all. Then send for so now send a delegation and send bunch of ministers for can represent the country because it's a serious business.
Yeah.
Ebo, how we go see we own country? The only possible way so let me tell you something. Fatima be known that you not been get privilege for past even the members of parliament in this country. Absolutely. So now you don't turn first lady, God don't give, God don't bless her for turn first lady. Nobody jealous of her not turn first lady. Now you want to make sure see you get pictures with all the people that you don't before ever get chance for me to with my life. Ibrahim, for God's sake, this no get not for this for disgrace alone. Even if you like SLPP, you not possible BC, you serious, you not possible sober minded, you not possible get structure like house, now you home, you the follow structure, you know go clap for Fatima Bio. Ibrahim, to make it happen. So most people in the salon now their home self structure not good daily. When you go to the home, they see control, discipline, not
comrade. When they talk about structure na yasu, I think say we get the president. From the president, you go to the vice president. From the vice president, you get the speaker. Because the speaker now the third gentleman of the country.
Yes.
From the speaker, you get the deputy speaker.
No, when
yes, go ahead.
No, when they can't for take control of the country, when the president not there comes to get it after the president, you get the vice, after the vice, you get the speaker. But when it comes to represent the country out of Sierra Leone, if the president will go, he will send the vice president. The third person after them too, now the foreign minister, on the spot going out of that country, now the foreign minister. If you be said the foreign minister will go, you go send the defense minister or finance minister. If you don't go, you can send the speaker or the delegation. That they get 2-3 people from delegation for go represent. But if you be said, then all no will go at all. Let nobody no go. Nobody will go. Not supposed to represent alone. You not get any condition for representative.
Comrade, this SLPP government, the president and in where they don't turn this country to per diem. You know,
No.
say the president.
We don't need to blame the government. We don't need to blame the president.
They want for collect per diem.
Yes, well, in this case, now make government to get checks and balances. What are they for do checks and balances? That the opposition, that the parliament. So any government gets now make not to democrat, not to blame the government. We get checks and balances in democratic government. What are for do them? Now the opposition, they were in the parliament, and they for come together. You can and they for come together. For God's sake. Yes.
Absolutely.
For God's sake, we suppose, I repeat, we suppose for us alone, like the country.
Yes. You know, and to that
like
point,
the country.
Yeah.
Ibrahim, any serious country, I repeat, already still the episode between us alone, we see a first lady, full it's not who say head of state that day. We look the all on the side head of state there. We on the first lady that day. No other person government not the Fatima, you're part of a government system. Now part of a governance system.
Nope.
Ibrahim, now country and government they invite. They don't invite first lady. They don't say party for first ladies. You know they part of a governance system. Why didn't include up on government activities? Ibrahim.
But comrade, why?
In the history of the world.
Comrade.
No, so which country don't take the first lady for good represented by anything?
Exactly. But comrade, when you look at Fatima Bio, the reason why Fatima Bio and people's power, to that point, I'm going to bring you in, right? The reason why Fatima Bio continue for misbehave and Mara Bio continue for misbehave. Now, from the time when the African Express pulled the publication, the first thief when they catch up on over $7 million were received from the consolidated fund. When they for explain them, what in the financial sector do? Now they come out and say how the Public Financial Management Act, Section 39, 1 through 5, they make provision. You know, all that's here. If the members of parliament we don't call the first lady, like how they call Ivona Kisoya for go ask and nonsense for more or less the Uber. If they don't call the first lady from Lenten and Fatima Bioka, this money here, you office not they receive money directly from the consolidated fund. If they be all the people in parliament, be all the accountants general, Richard Williams, they all we sign them check and they for make Fatima Bioka the money then they. If they be all them accountable, call the president to parliament. Can't sit down. I can't tell you why you have they receive money from the consolidated fund directly. There is no provision for the office of the first lady for receive money from the consolidated fund. Now, SCC Francis look at nonsense name Benkaifala. Come on, they can't talk about how you know right letter the first lady. There's nothing wanted. Francis Benkaifala, the SCC commissioner. This is what he did. So people's power. Wait to make you feel say Fatima Biero continue for misbehave like I did misbehave. So talk to me, brah.
You know, Ibrahim, we come with quit at the top the positions, then we forget when it comes to democracy and leadership. You know, we know the government structures. Every government gets the structure. And then structures they are so then they by law, how the constitution states now the law books them, now so we for follow. Ibrahim, the vice president is nothing in this country. Even the president, the first lady don't make himself so powerful, you know, that he gets power past every other person in the country. Let me tell you, Ibrahim, communicator and cash box. Anybody we want to get job in government, pass he go lick Fatima be in boot. You for be a bootlicker. You understand? Now in the determine who that forget ministerial position, who that not forget ministerial position. Then they now they party level that one day. Now they determine who that for dinner position, who that not for dinner position. So all of them people are within a different position. They are wait for check and balance, wait for ensure say the first lady if for go by by protocols, if for follow the process and procedures. Now in the determine the people and they for dinner their position and they Ibrahim. So if now in the determine the people and they for dinner their position and they Ibrahim, let me carry you back to the PAG system. Let's take you to the PAG system.
Please.
Wait to make the SLPP junta government headed by Madam Baby one bring the PAG system.
Let's go.
They be one bring the PAG system specifically for make Fatima Bio single-handedly determine the SLPP people who they go to parliament. For make a single-handedly determine who that for go to parliament. Now make them guys here the one for bring this and this. Now waiting Fatima Bio then decide. Now they bring to cabinet. From cabinet they push and go to parliament. Because at the end of the day, If Fatima Biowuda in name Iwale Ede number 1. If SLPP for Kewo 12 names, now the Western area rural or Western area urban. Then 12 names then they, according to the PX system, the Huawei in name the number 1. Now then they begin take, then they take number 1, they take number 2. If now 5 seats, the SLPP 48 forget now Western area, then first 5 people and they will name them in the list. Now then they get the seats. So now it make that they bring all the things there for less single-handedly that woman they single-handedly that woman they get control of the people away in wants now the SLPP. The one the way in wants for go parliament. Now in go say let them put this in here, let them put this in here, let them put this in here. Now the same thing back then you have for do to the councillors there. Where they come with a law, they say the political parties they not for participate in local council elections. Let the political parties they not participate in local council elections. These are all the making of these criminals. These 2 criminals, the president and they are criminals. So anybody who want for be councillor now, the entire country, if we go leak Fatima be a boot, if we be a bootlicker, and I determine how that for be councillor. So now make they say, let the political party then, let they not get anything for do local council election. They're not for participate in local council election. These are the problems. State capturing, for capture everything at the state. Everything at the state for the under control.
Got you,
now,
people.
Look what he do. Look what he do. Ahmed Gentle, a businessman, we own a construction company, a company where they make road. When His Excellency, the former President, Dr. Anes Omaka, in 2007, Ibrahim congregated and cash box. He said, you know what? He said, we local companies there for make them go to get contracts, whether not for build schools, whether not for build offices for government, whether not for build roads for government, whether not for build institutions there for government. We local companies there. We local constructions there. A lot of young people there. We don't go read, we don't go study in a private college. Engineering science, civil engineers. They don't go study, they don't can job no day. We need a local companies them when they set up for letting they go to get government contracts. Now they get to come in, now they get to come benefit. Where His Excellency, the former president, said the local content policies. It bring down the local content policies. It's allow we go to encourage local companies them for make them go for contracts for government contracts. Today, this gentle now in the SLPP they use, and as commander look outside gentle come out, and not look the Southside born, you not look the party where they, you not care, you no one know. He said the local content policies, and bring the local content policy. Gentle they then go and set up a company, then come forward to government. Government begin give them contract. Government give them the biggest contract. Government can begin giving them the biggest contracts, and not even gentle no more. The Ali Mubarak, things are that they set up a company. Government begin giving them contract. Now only Anes Koman are the only president we don't do that. For begin give contract to local companies owned by Sierra Leoneans team, benefits by Sierra Leoneans team. Benefit by Sierra Leoneans.
Beautiful.
This gentle today. Now you might be able to make like say, Mare Fatima be able to make like say. Now you make legend to build that this so today. They make legend to build that this so today. Say legend to come out. Let come out for the mayor. Now, in fact, now he officially go unveil gentle in candidature to make it be a mayor. He said gentle will be mayor in Freetown. But meanwhile, for send a signal to Fatima Bio say. Let Gentle, Fatima Bio, Mada Bio, all the SLPP people, let them all come to one against Yvonne Akisoya in one. Let them put all the votes them together. And the 2018 election, the votes them clear. The votes them clear, Ibrahim.
Right.
Mada Bio in vote we get na the Western area. 3 times the votes where Akisoya get na the Western area. 3 times the votes Mada Bio get. You then divide that by 3. A bit time you get change back.
Wow.
So not to gentle go Kantima before and Akisoya Akiswan, not so Akiswan, they even think about gender.
Absolutely. People are not here, bro. They reach the way they tell rich people's power. Not here that side, they left the no more. But you see, Fatima Bioleka, you say, and I'm glad in the picture we don't paint, everybody don't understand. We don't delve much on them, right? We just want to pass the let people understand, say there is protocols, there is hierarchy within government, and Fatima Bio, we just want to expose the fact that then guy had a dispute, put the name of we country in dispute every day, right? But there's other things that we really, really want to discuss people's power, and we're gonna move on. And matter of fact, people's power, I'm going to take you up again on that we almost complete yesterday, talking about those Liberians that when they come on Liberia for can register, when the SLPP go take the Liberia for can register, and wait till your position on the border today. But people, go ahead, comrade.
Yeah, it ran before we see. I know. Tiwe no relevance. We need to make a topic. Gentle no relevance as far as we concern. We need to make a topic.
Absolutely.
You know, let me tell you something, Ibrahim. We can't talk about the registration. You know, we always take this opportunity to tell people, say, we will stop for listening for Yeri, when I listen for understand. You know, Ibrahim, the politician, they use the social media for stupid people. You know, let me tell you something. Anybody can say, hey, this person has spend this money for me, so would I ask you for spend money? Spend money, would I ask you? But the fact that business even they do, not to profit they look for. All what we ask people like Jerry Coco there, so say when I fix the system. We not make like fix the system for let give the people access for vote. We not see video of people that say, hey, we not eat it too from today. We not see nobody cry angry by this station. They say they need to allow for all register. Then they stop for register. Then they put they cry. They not cry angry. They not say that feed with. They say that make let they allow for all register so that to get us for vote in 2023.
Because comrade, the people have been sensitized for no say. The belly for make them eat. It not depend on like sustainable for make politicians and they go give them one bag rest every month. They want for fish for themselves. So now I make the people and no say for make they come out of that bondage, it takes the registration for make them make decision on themselves. Then as you say, the people never cried say we not eat it. The people were willing for go queue even with their angry belly because they don't say when they register they can make decision where they kind of like shape their future. So
thank you so much.
Anyway, carry on.
You know, Kashi, the money for us spend now before registration. Like go see the black, buy 100 megaphone. Logo scrubber, buy 100 megaphone. For go sense this problem. Is do the registration, what we need to fix the problems then. When the problem they cry cash, when they send videos and to and use them, nobody not talk say from this one will not eat nothing. So they tell you don't come there from 3 o'clock, stay almost o'clock. They're happy for stay now the queue as much as they can, as far as they get us for register. And we'll see say the problems will affect the first time the registration at the first 2 weeks. The problem not addressed up till date to the company second time. That tells you say people they not even know their responsibility. They don't believe in that fake life. See, I mean they give money for let them cook. Not cook for nobody. You need to feed on master alone. Now selected feed in the feed. Now selected feed in the give money. Now selected feed in the then go help. They want generalize them. Cash box. 90% of the people in that salon they suffer, if not 95. So we not go take that 5% so that this small children one can make an advertisement. Who that they spend money? If you want to say that, so you go say, go say that I spend a kabbalah. Because I go say that spend so someone else also spend that this year. All man they spend at the areas it's fine. We see that na been the buy water. We see mayor been waka they give pull water na future. We see these things. So you need 40 credits for that. No, we say go and call the neck, ask them why they use NI number. Go and call the neck, ask them why they use NCRD. Una tell them why they reject birth certificate. Una fix this system. Who they can start this registration today. We know why they complain them again. Like be here before. Let me tell you something as well. Ibrahim plus power. Now no say. Let me just bring that to attention. Now wanna see how this country reckless. ONS when we go to call post when we go sit down for discuss security meeting them. When I know that then discussed at the meeting. On Friday.
Now you.
Now Sunkari they may on McKinney.
Oh.
Then see. They don't see and they can go picking them for register. So let them snap them. So they go, imagine who say when they go get meeting. And the person will do so when I get you they just can't go impose brigade commander. Do I go replace either? Because they're tribalists.
Comrade.
Boni instead of they all are from the same tribe. Then they talk about the mayor of McKinney.
Comrade.
See they say they can't go picking them for register. These are things what they try for talk say. Now then tear them for challenge. Nothing make you see the whole them people na normally for plus party agent go lock them because system not there. So they not can tell me nonsense. Say, hey, no. Don't spend money. Make the system, fix the system because alone we want to get a structure. We put in the follow. Then because we don't need strong government. We don't need government to can scatter money. Matter of fact, cash box as you and Nigeria come in and say election time we possibly give money. Each and every money.
Of course.
We go give you light. What's if we go fix the road for you? What's if we give water? What's if we go buy bench and school for you? Then they can give you now. Each time.
You swear them.
So we don't want money advertisement any longer. We want advertise so the system not fixed in place, Ibrahim. What would I don't do for stop that rejection of birth certificate? What would I do for stop that rejection of ID card or passport? What would I don't do for stop that rejection of affidavits? What would I don't do for condemn for stop the NIM and the NSA, the use of NIM and NSA by law? You're not happy that these things why Ibrahim not supposed to can't tell foolish cheap talk.
You know, comrade, before they reach at the gates now, comrade, you see this point, it goes back and Kashi, I know say you must say crash, bro. I know say you want come in on this one. But you see that old politics, that archaic politics, that 1940 politics. 30 then they feel saying guy feel say they go use up with people them. So what's here they do? The leaders of the opposition, especially like a Cheriko, go sit down suffer. What you don't get, I don't get that. Then when which can happen? Wait time like this they come and use money for blindfold the people them, for take away the fact that they work when they're supposed to do, for change the systems, for let the systems work for the people them, let the people in life improve. They like the people for the fed for registration, then come on the top of us and buy megaphone, then pay them about in a social media. But when I go land, some people out of the town and say, what kind of social media? The ground level. Them boy they in social media, dirty one, they don't get no about, they don't know what in them depend. Them politicians can't give them money, they talk for them, for can't defend them, then they can't tell them for sit and buy loudspeaker, this, that, all that nonsense. We say fix the system. Salon people not to that they look for. Salon people don't look for handouts again. The average alien, you know what they can give waiting money where they eat time. Go buy one compress, the money don't forget about that. They don't tell una say they want money from una. The people say fix the system. Institutions should be fixed. That we nine salon people they want. That all politics, 1940 politics, it done. Go and do what you for do. Then kill una people them. Stand up for your people them. Then they arrest una people them. Stand up for your people them. You talk about Yabom. You talk about Mohamed Bangura. You talk about now Sunkari Namakeni. These guys, SLPP gets a free reign. Then they go and arrest every stakeholder of the APC minus the members of parliament, because that is the bargain. That is the deal when they don't sign with the SLPP government for continue for neutralize the power of the APC. So all the stakeholders them, they get for go arrest all the mayors them of APC across the country. You know watch. They go for the arrest stakeholders them, councillors them. Then they arrest them because they know say nobody not go for stand up. Cherry Coco, go fix those things. We don't want you money for buy loudspeaker. We don't want you for buy mic. We don't want you for buy nothing for we. Not so you know what you work with they pay you. But although you don't in a parliament for 15 years, we don't sign all kind of deal. You know it up. You ain't family, you know it up. Not give nobody nothing again. No go back more burying, go give them 1 million. Una accept salon people. Una not accept that 500,000 euros, that 1 million euros anymore. When our people and die, then can they? Una ask Cherry Coco them. Let them go fix the country, fix the hospital, fix the road, fix the school, fix the democratic space, fix the registration for allowed to register freely. That's una for ask for. Not some money again. That money, you know see. You want give the money, go give. We not say we don't get what we don't get. We don't sign all kind of bad contract. London mining, King Hall mining. You get almost not get it on a sabi. We not say that the thief that the country not to come on. We tired with that kind of stupid politics. We don't want them no more. Salon people don't look for them. We don't work for the people. Stand up for the people. Then kill Evangelist Samson Cherry Coco. We don't even see you go take picture with Evangelist Samson in West for sympathize with them as the leader of the opposition at parliament. Because from Peter Conte when they talk about her, they can't tell yesterday when I left for look at from Peter Conte and Twitter page. Now when they go they make they talk all kind of nonsense day. When I ask for convention, now they tell you what they talk about. But can she go ahead and bring you? I don't reach there.
You know, Ibrahim, like just like the point you just don't kind of like hits the point right there. You see, them politicians they feel say now where they give we money. The people are tired with this all time tangent politics. We are tired. Give us the system for God's sake. We don't want una money again. The system, the best wealth comes to we naturally. When the system is fixed, Ibrahim,
absolutely.
Trust me, the institutions they fix, the job opportunities that they come. Ibrahim, you MP don't ever come and send sweet self for you.
No, not in the beg me money cash box. I go show you me text upon text upon text. Can contribute for me for me campaign. Yes. Because you don't get time for can give me.
Donates to them.
You don't get time for can give me.
Because they fix the system. Guys, MPs, Jericho, the people do not need your money. And then listen to somebody. Well, not to listen. Somebody tell me, say, listen. When they tell me, say, Jericho, now they spending money. The one in the social media. What? Now, we are talking of if we fix the system. We don't go pull with money. If we go give the money, it's like we destroy people alive. We waiting with the do right now. That the system for fix. Jericho, we don't need the money. Parliament right now, the registration process is so full of corruption. All the people they need that make the process easy for make the register. The people that don't need no money. Example, Ibrahim, Comrade and People's Power. They tell somebody called me and tell me yesterday, say a whole bus we're full of people that wait for go register some side. It say
like
they stop the bus, may they not go with them. That tells you, Ibrahim, people that were hired the bus, they could have spent money for hire the bus.
Exactly.
But so what use that money they don't spend? No. So what use like the money where they don't spend? So the people when they actually the TI for go for register. It means because the system not there. This is the reason why with all the money where they don't spend. The people which they spend the money for, they're not able to go register. They stop the people in the road. They say they're not for go. That tells you money is not the thing when the people need. Go and speak on behalf of the people.
Oh, okay. I see what you just say, Cashbox. You talk about them guys there over there. Exactly.
Sorry, Brian.
No, sorry. I said now I understand what you talk about the boss. Now then guy over there go. I think tomorrow's Kamakueba or something like that.
I think so. Yes. They stop them. That tells you people that don't hire the boss. People that don't buy fuel, people that don't get their food, for men that go to Kamakwe or whatever, then they stop them because the system not there in place. That tells you the people do not need money. The
protection.
People need the system.
Protection.
Even the people that they want to run box up, they pay for.
Yeah.
Now because the system not there, when they don't get home.
Absolutely.
Because always in salon need that the system they need.
Yeah.
The reason why salon is this poor, not because we don't get what you take, now because we don't get system in place.
Absolutely.
The structures are not there. The people do not need your money. Give the people and the system. Use Section 86.2 and call Mohamed Kone for go answer to another parliament. Now that's the people they need. The people that don't need your money. What's the point, Ibrahim? Jericho don't spend all the money according to like what the people in the talking on social media. They don't spend the money, but yet still we get grumble every day. People cannot register. There is being suppressed. They're being oppressed. Samuel Kamara, they talk about like they put quota so like the number of people when they register. With all the money where Jericho could spend. What's happened? So then they use my money for borrowing. Using our money to borrow us. Then they take my money, they tip them. Then they can spend them back to we. Then they use with oil for fry we. The people do not need your money for God's sake. Give the people a system. Oh my God! How salon people cannot say this? They tell me that Jericho could spend in money for God's sake. This they pain me. We get hundreds of reasons as to why Mohamed Kone should be called to Parliament. Hundreds of reasons. But Jericho couldn't use that. Before that, he used the money. Who knows? I do not want to be the judge now. Yeah. But maybe there's suspicion around. Who knows? Maybe they go kind of like, they work with the government. They dash a small thing. They take the money back, go spend a pounder. They use una money. They use una oil for fire. I'm not saying that's what's in the happen. I'm just saying, who knows? That could be the case. That could be the case.
It is a possibility.
Who knows? Before that, they tell we say, Jericho Kone is spending money. Who side they pull up? Who side Jericho Kone pull up? The people at this point in time, Ibrahim, as I talk to you now, look what's in the happen. Mohamed Kone go pull like a holistic figure of the registration. This is exactly, it takes us back to waiting Infa Ali Bindu. We don't need holistic figure. You need for break them down. District by district. Also, people that don't register. Before that, it just said like an holistic registration. No. The people need district word by word.
No,
Let the people see the breakdown. These are the things that we make Cherry Coco need for talk, but don't also make Cherry Coco go pay him money for kind of like spend him money, give people them lunch when they go to lunch. No! The people they don't tire when some people they deserve more.
Absolutely.
People, you know,
That's it. The holistic result we pull, now in do.
Thank you.
First, do not they say from this center, like what kids are talking doing 207, pulling center number one, so you call a 1-1. It just make holistic one. You know what you do, Cassie? Let me tell you something. I say enough again. People then go back. I always thought this what they now say. When I kill them, they could keep them now because then they can so until you go take 3-4 months to not talk thing. Or you pull audio send them so they two been talk. So the two been talk. You know, it's like say like even rival them. They want to take this, they want to take the team because they know say we don't step in that gap for end the promotion mentality and people them. For look say when I look for in the future. That's say make no mistake. We know culture as alone. We not say not do people them good. But Pantabla good to do people them, fix the system for them. Pantabla better we want to greet, let the people them get scanning machine. Pantabla that school that's we want to help for like parents maybe buy shoes for picking, let them get better education, let them get better light, equal opportunity. We not say no greet bearing at all. We not say that day. We not say no give money say for give. But if you give money, you don't fix the problem. Now for nothing, now like you go take, now like you take your money, you go buy, say they buy gold, you go buy dust. What you heal? Nothing. Gas box, I don't talk and again say, when you host the cage fire, you need to afford the fire. I say the corona and that's how we come inside the host. Now the fire is the hot force. Yeah. If you say Ronata, the host all the bond. Then police instead they hot the fire, and the other the Ronata say another come say slow left for ward the fire. Would that tell person say no do good for God's sake? Gas box we all of they do with little good there. In our let people make publicity. When I know how many people don't contribute money that diaspora the same for people that different districts and different constituencies them. We be saying they talk ourselves. So man they send $1,000, $2,000. So man they send $1,000 for £500. So man they send a young constituency, a young district, a young village for pulling people them. No. Now this is the mentality of me. Who that? Now who that will take care of everybody na APC. Now lie you the lie. Everybody do your little corner. Everybody they do you. When I never know say logos get 100 megaphone, now me can talk at today. When I know say the black being 100 megaphone, not man know that me can talk and then get and before the registration. They say for we have sensitized. If they do things, you know they fat in the peak at the market today. Now that's area for escape. Say, hey no, who know the fashion nobody who fashion na reason. Until you stand up for voting, who feel say you right or you say no voting, me no let me left say or you left the place. They are not gonna business with you. Today, Jerry couldn't say no to leader of the opposition. Today, the way they go step like shoe, that person know they put too much back until they fix the problem. So we know they can't play. We know we know to jelly bad. We know to say that when music will sing. When we can afford fix serious business, how they will make a whole registration? The entire north they say that this figure. The entire south they say this figure. The entire western area they know they talk how they a pathetic. Would they help for the same? I don't say that the route to come out 2018 and that route I don't begin see would they go so. That holistic call, looking for a living camp. You just say no more. You divide. In the first in history alone, then sit down. Somebody can say APC get 50%, 50, SLP get 50. Now in the do so. So we are heading to the same route.
So it goes back to the point. Oh, that Salon don't get nobody. It don't sound like Salon. You know how Salon don't sound like. Like a house where it be say they picking them. Now they go fend for themselves. Even the mama and papa not able to talk. Now the picking they tell them waiting for do.
Exactly.
Salon nobody they checkmates the government. Nobody.
And Cashbox. That point where you make so very powerful point. The same things where SLPP, Ali Kaba, go na Mataba, na Libya for go begin the revolution. When I remember that when I see that video was share, remember that talk for say go na Libya. Now here Gaddafi tell us na intend demand them, but not 10 for the Sanko particularly. But you go for make connections for go fend for the Sanko. When I see then thing there, you then go na bush for go fight, count rebel war, cut people and cost people and foot. Please belle over them belle, and they ask if na boy picking or girl picking, then do one that we country. Now in the happy so they like it today. When leadership lacking, the stakeholders them, civil society organizations them, then silent. Religious leaders, then silent. All man silent. The opposition silent. Now yang the opposition within the opposition. Of course, they don't sell the game. They don't left the people to themselves. They say then they wait for 2028 for contest the presidency that 10 day because they waiting do. They don't say right now NIB waiting they want. So some people the country just don't left like you talk and so leadership not there. The people by themselves. And in times like this, what do the people they pray for? Urana savior. Urana Moses. So it can be that post where the guy cost Mamikos. They say, oh, I feel good, but what Mamikos could do, you know, they solve the problem. Yes, you might feel good for the moment, you know, can cost the person mama for you, but what's in they change, you don't change anything. So a lot of people they look for a revolutionary. Somebody will come and say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to stand up for the people. Now, so Marabio and the SLPP, Francis Gabin on them, they all then justify the coup in 1992. Salon people them will go for look at history. History very important now with life. We see how they justify the coup. They say the APC not they do anything for change the country. They say Momo not they do nothing after Momo build a great camp, a build commerce, college of medicine, a build law school. You know, it changed the constitution. The father of democracy. We take them from one party state to multi-party democracy. Now Momo Giwi, in all in way they do. People like Francis Gabin on them, then condemn them. They say a better way the guy then come. The coup, helpful. The international community for support the coup. This and that. Now so they do. Now they happen so now they like today. The country don't left loose. The people like catch work soccer. Now the host, the papa and the mama, now the pikin now they tell what for do. The pikin and the past they don't know what for do. Then they arrest the pikin, they lock the pikin up. The other brother and then they go fetch for see if he go free, brother. The country don't lose. People say, come on in, my brother. Talk to we, brother. Paint this picture for we.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. You know, before this first phase of the registration, tell we see them they don't almost register 500,000 people in 4 days. This exactly within tell we. Now, Ibrahim come with quit and cash box. The political parties them then get party observers them now all registration centers by law, by right. Then for collect all the figures. Now different figures then they collect because we don't go to all entry in the day. Then they collect total figures of people them we can register per day.
Actually,
out of that total figure of people them within they collect we can register per day. Then they give figures of man them we register per day. Then also they give figures of woman them we register per day. Then they give figure of disabled them we register per day. Then also they give figure of picking them we na first time voters. These are the 4 things them where we collect. We will observe registration. The number of people we register, the woman them, the man them, the disabled, the first time voters. You collect all this, you put them together. You get for tell the number of women them we register. You get for announce them, say the numbers of women that we register, we for know how much women they register in the whole country. Then you go able for tell we how much man them register in the whole country. You also for tell we how many disabled, the disabilities. You able for tell we how many of them register. You also for tell we the first time voters. Now Ibrahim come request and cash, but let me tell you one thing. When I see the press release yesterday of NEC, when they go na the conference, they invite people them for make them come na the conference. You know what? My mind just go back to 2018 elections. We offer they announced the results, see 25%, 28%, 30%. We say the 25% come on, nobody know. How much percent by that 25%? The how much they take na the north, nobody know. How much they take na the northwest, nobody know. How much they take na the south or the southeast, the western area, Ual and Oban, nobody, absolutely nobody know. Now the same system, the same trend they go with so. Ibrahim, from moment on the follow-up elections there from 2002. 2002, now the first election, that one the way I follow from start to finish. When we do registration, if na McKinney, then they do registration, then they tell you say Ibrahim, McKinney, na 10 people and they register na McKinney.
right.
You understand? Tonkolili, then go tell you say Tonkolili, na 5 people and they register na Tonkolili. Kabbalah, then go tell you say na 10 people them. When they don't tell you now say all yana na 10, yana na 5, then tell you say now the total number of registration na the north, then go tell you say na 15. You understand it? Then they explain the thing comprehensively. But then they can't tell you, say, the north, now 10 people register at the north. The northwest, now 20 people register at the northwest. The south, now 5 people in the register at the south. The south, we get Bo, we get Pujong, we get Bont, we get Moyamba, now the south. If you tell we say, now 10 people in the register at the south, then 10 people in the Amos Bo get the, we don't know, Amos Bo get. Amos Pujong get, we don't know. Amos Moyamba get, we don't know. You understand? So you get for tell we say, now 10 people now they register at the south, Bo get 5 people, Moyamba get 1 person, Pujong get 3 person. This now so you they give the result. Now so you they give the registration figures. That time the all man go know how much person register na Bo, but you just you say the south na this na register na the south, the east na this register na the east, the north na the figure this, the northwest na the figure this. Ibrahim. Now let me take you to the western area. What see that press release day? It come and tell we say the western area na over 300,000 people. Now they register na the western area. It just say the western area, and Ibrahim, the western area divided by 2. We get western area rural, we get western area urban. How many people don't register at the western area urban? How much person don't register at the western area urban? Ibrahim. Out of that 300,000 people, we neck ECSL saying that they don't register. How much don't register at the western area rural? Amos, oh my God, Ibrahim. These guys, then they work something for can't justify the census results. The so-called midterm census. 300,000 people, 300,000 people. Now the whole of western area, now they register. Ibrahim, that 300, we don't know how much register now urban and rural. We don't know how much. In 2018 election, the western area urban no more than 600,000 people that they register. 600,000 people. So now, let them go back and tell we the 20% we left, Ibrahim. You know how the gimmicks, gimmicks to the place. So now NECA announced 80% of the registration. They left 20%.
Right.
Nobody not challenge that. No political party, no politician, no civil society. 20% left, Ibrahim. That 20% we left the who side. That 20%, the Amos Western area gets by that 20%. The North, Amos then gets by that 20% we left. The South, Amos then gets by the 20% we left. The East, Amos then gets by the 20% we left. You and I don't even know how the 20% they get to allocate that 20% and just say 20% left. Nobody no ask question. 20% nine left. Nobody no ask question. The people in a Bombali, they want to know how much people register in a Bombali. They know how much people, therefore know how much people register in a Bombali. Tonkolili, therefore know how much register in a Tonkolili. Cambia, therefore know how many people register in a Cambia. Potloko, therefore know how much people register in a Poloko. Kaine, Falaba, Kabala, therefore know how much people register in a Bo, how much register in a Kailaun. Kono Sesef, Kono Usa, Komrekweta, Komo. Komrekweta go and know how much people register in the whole of Kono district. Not to the east Komrekweta one know about. Kweta one know how much people register in Kono, but they just put Kono figure, they put Kailan figure, they put Kenema figure, when at the east that one day, they put one total. That one day, na a represent for chaos. Now the way that they how they want use for rig this thing, how they want for justify the so-called midterm census. We politicians, they need to pay attention. Maybe don't tell APC yesterday, say, their own results when they let them list the results now and challenge next their own. Up to this time, they don't do it. They don't even call press conference. I don't know, sometimes maybe they go call press conference for the bank that kind of statement and they will next make. 20%. You they go, just imagine Ibrahim. The first 4 days, this man say, we don't register 500,000 people.
Yes.
The first 4 days, so when I 15 days left at the registration, the first 4 days he said we don't register 500,000 people. Now we don't do all the 15 days. Look the figure we give me. Look the figure where he give Ibrahim.
You know, people's
he give
power.
The figure now he said 20% left.
You know, people's power. Let's go back.
The second phase of the registration don't start today. Today, the second phase of the registration don't start. That 20%, who said they go call up 20% for the first phase? Ibrahim. Ibrahim, me, I don't really understand. I don't really understand this country. Madabio, why APC? What's the one with the APC party? Waiting they happy with the APC party, not to so that they do election, Ibrahim. That same way they were unfairly convince people by 2018 election. Now that same way they never convince people so back. When unfairly they can call the results for 2018 election. The first result we call now 25%. He said 25% of the total result. 25% of the total result. That 25% they will not even know how much they get. We don't know how much Bo get. We don't know. We don't know. I can call back another 15%. Now so they call, say they call. We don't even understand who side votes the highest, who side no votes the highest. We don't even know, Ibrahim. We don't even know. Up to this time, today we don't know. Now the same thing I don't repeat itself so. Now the same thing I don't repeat itself so. Who side will be come yesterday in 2018. Now the same thing I they come back so by 2023. Ibrahim, this way, where they call this, when they announce this registration, so me not get no hope for the APC.
People's power.
I not get no hope.
I like that point.
Then they go and take pictures of them. Then they go and take pictures of them. Then they go and make video. They don't really understand what's in politics. They don't know what's in the passive.
People's power.
You way they go and make one for flag bearer. I want to be flag bearer. Now me go be flag bearer. You are joking. You are joking. Now the process this will go make you be president. Now they make you joke with you. When they don't make you flag bearer tomorrow, anybody fortunate for get flag bearer. This process will they pass. Now you go qualify for the president. They know they even concentrate for the registration. Ibrahim, the figure when we get to the Western area, the amount of people who register at the Western area, far. They never compare yourself with that 300,000 people who they go call. They never compare. Are they publish that list? Are they publish that number of figures they when we get now the Western area? Are they publish within the next 24 hours? Are they publish them? Let the entire world know say now this figure now we get now the Western area. Because we be the monitor closely. You can imagine Western area number they say 300,000. That's Wuhan and Urban. Wuhan and Urban, 300,000 people. 300,000 plus people.
Because then target now for register.
How much Urban gets?
Yes, then target now for register about 600 or 700,000 people. Anyone for register for match the number.
That's the plan, Ibrahim. That's the plan. People's plan. When you pull that list there, wait. Would I get for checkmate? Would I get for go ask this government question? You know, the APC people and they are sorry for. Every time we point these things out, they so get up for win the next election. We are pointing these things out for me they call their leaders them for make them answer these questions before that then self they can cause way back. APC would I get for dream gently on a dipole.
Say
they say smell but not taste. You go smell them. But you don't go ever say something. If they think that I would ask so, the questions that are being asked by us, if we not resolve them,
when I get a responsibility, when I get a responsibility, the people of Salon for checkmate them leaders there, especially the parliament. Now, they the problem there because when I don't forget, say Alfred Peter Conte come with a coup within the APC. It make them scatter the executive. They use the court where Alfred Peter Conte and coup. And when they watch when they contribute money, they go give Alfred Peter Conte. All we not be nothing now. They sabotage the APC as a political party. See them one man come to America. Go use the court system. Then drive former President Koromana the party. Then drive Payansanena in party office as the Secretary General for all the work where they don't serve all these years. See on that Monday we overthrow them from that coup using Madabio in judiciary. They come out, they contribute money. They go join. They go giam. Now, they expose on ourselves. Bien after Peter Conte, the APC for just watch that line there for know how for clean the party up. And then you go back to the parliament. The parliament where you go first and give them the power now. Then take them. They no one for use them. The leader of the opposition, they make like for saying no understand what's in the happen. And no one for using power. Not only as the APC party, the person, but as the leader of the opposition in parliament.
Yes, sir. Ibrahim, That figure there, Ibrahim, that figure there, they're very, very much alarming.
Bad.
That figure there, they're very, very much alarming. I want to make we concentrate on that figure there.
Absolutely, I agree.
That figure there, they tell we say, according to NEC, waiting NEC tell we. NEC tell we say, now the eastern region. The eastern region, Usa you get, and Kailaung, Pujong, and what they say, Usa you get, Kailaung, Kenema, and Kono. You understand, Ibrahim?
Right.
They say the people away register on that side, 80% of the results of the people away register, 269,000 people, 110. Now they register in the eastern region. 269,110 people. Now the eastern region. Then when you come now the northern region, they say now 241,000 people, 820. Now 281,827. That's now the northern region. Then when you come now the northwest, we say Yom Kelade. We know what they see. It go na that side day. Musa Yom Kelade so. When you come na the northwest Musa Yom Kelade, they say 188,000 people and 48 people. 188,000 people and 48. Now then register na the northwest Musa Yom Kelade. When they come na the southern region, they say 295,759 people. 295,759 people. Now they register at the south and the region. Abraham go to look the results of the south and the east. Go to watch the south and the east. The eastern region, Usai come come out. They say now 269,110. Then at the eastern region. When you come at the southern region tell me say now 295,759. Ibrahim, go they look that figure, then they say western area. Then just tell we say western area. Western area now 350,000 people, 432. You go imagine this, they just tell we say western area. This not just western area no more. They not tell we say whether not the rural or urban. The total number of people where they say they don't register 1,345,176 people. Now then they don't register. Inside 4 days we register 500,000 people. The APC need for question their figure ya. The APC need for question their figure they are. The people in Akambia, they want to know how much people register in Akambia. Akambia na the northwest today. They want to know how much person register in Akambia. Then Akambia they care about no more. They not consider the whole northwest. Then Akambia they consider. They want to know how much people register in Akambia. But the number of people,
people's power. The point you talk to about for the fact that Ibrahim Comrade, if we watch the pattern here, they know say if they release the result the first time, like the different areas, then people go out and begin to kind of like say, okay, maybe this area people we need to go sensitize them more. We need to go tell them. They don't want these things to happen.
Thank you.
They don't want these things to happen because I guarantee you don't think about do. After the whole registration process is done, so there is no going back. Because now if they do them, people will go begin and say, oh, we need to put effort, we need to make efforts there. No, they don't want that. These guys are calculating in what they're doing. Sorry, over to you, people's power.
You know, these are some of the things the way then guy make. They know how to call this result. This just like waiting and cash box talk. If they begin give the figure of people when register in Cambia go say, no, we not register it. We not register it. This second phase, we need for pull people in. We need for pull people out. Until by Mahmoud in the Cambia. So if you then give the number of figures then a Cambia, by Mahmoud go call them sell a cam. He go call Petito cam. He call all the people in there. He say this figure here. You know good for we na Cambia. Una we come. Now we can pull more people in Ado for go register. Now I make then they just take the figure, they then join all together. They put her all together. Then they put everything together. They say the Northwest now 188,048 people. Ibrahim, and they tell people, they say, now registration, I you go win election. APC, registration, I you win election. Now registration, you go win election. When you calculate the figure, you put the north, the northwest. When you put the figure then together, the western area, Wusai, I feel say, APC will get over 80% of the people away today. Then you calculate the figure where the southeast get. The north, the northwest, the western area, when you put the figure there together, now 780,000 people, 307. When you put the south and the southeast the figure together, now 564,869 people. So the difference now is now 215,000 people, 438. Then the difference. Then guy don't calculate up to nine the difference. And that difference there now, that 20% total left behind so. 15% of that 20% total left behind so. Now the southeast go come out. Now the southeast they go come out. 15% of that 20% we don't left. Now the southeast they come out. Because thinkers here don't calculate the figure. They don't know say now the difference between the western area and urban, the north, you understand, and the difference that 215,000. 215,438 people. Nine are the difference. So now make them put the 20% can come out. That they reserve, that 20% that reserve. Cashbox, you sabi figure pass me. That 20%, you know how much population and they? You know how much people and they 20%? Ibrahim 20%, not a small figure.
Oh yeah.
Not a small population and they. So that 20% there, now in the can use now, the 15% is going to the southeast. The 5% now, western area, rural and urban. If you now 1% you get, if you now yourself, the north, if you now 1%, the northwest, if it now so in the Shiba now.
No,
Cashbox.
You asked the question 20%. Again, if we were to believe, we were to go by waiting the last election, was it 3 million registered voters last election?
3.1.
The last election, over 3 million people. Over 3 million people.
20% is 600,000 people.
You go imagine.
600,000.
You go imagine a cash box. 600,000.
What I want to say, People's Power is not even a member of, it's not even a council of People's Power. If People's Power are able to work out all of these math, APC get 59 members of parliament. Where are they? Where are these people where they receive taxpayers' money?
Now spend it. They go tell you say they spend past all man at the political party. Yo, the one in our social media, they spend and that's it. Naturally, they spend. This is what they say. You know, Ibrahim, the biggest sickness na APC na lack of strategy. They rely on the international community. They go tell you, say, no worry, the international community, no. Ibrahim,
no, Cashbox, you don't go far.
Example.
Cashbox,
Bobby Wine at the international community. All the coverage, BBC, CNN, name it. They add all the attention past waiting APC they get right now.
Absolutely. Cashbox, you go fast.
When Museveni ready for 75% he gets by the vote.
Yes.
They rigged the election big time. And the international community cannot step in.
And this is the thing. Within the APC and Salon people don't go for understand is Marabio in people. If you look all this highway don't go for Waka, Museveni don't go for Uganda, Gabon. You know, Umar Bongo there in Pekin, right? All of those sided win a dictatorship in the Guinea-Bissau. You see what's in the happen. They lead the president, drug lord, and they control the drugs in the West African region and Africa as a whole, kingpin. You know, you look at all the money affiliations, they also they go, now outside then terroristic leader and they go making affiliation, go to Lebanon, then corrupt country. Then fail states them, right? So that is what he's doing. And that is the thing where, and I make we say again, the APC, of course, the leader of the opposition don't sell out the people of Sierra Leone. When you look at what they happen, they like at this particular point in time. You know, some people are not saying like for 80 they switch them. But the APC, the way things they go so well, they don't stand for win this election. And if they feel say the international community they go take the election, can say they can give APC party. That's what they can talk about. It's God. Salon people get for wake up. This spend, say, yes, we need money in with politics, but now people forgive money to politicians. Politicians know they work past the people. Politicians they make more money past people. Now people forgive money to the politician, and until we get to a country for each to that point where they empower the population, for the population able for they pull one leons, two leons, go give politician and say can go represent we. But this particular set of parliament and for challenge them. But I know say they don't plan with the government. Anybody will come up for challenge any member of parliament and they go arrest that person, then defending against that person for arrest them.
Honestly, I think Ibrahim, to be honest, I don't feel like this set of parliament. I think the problem is we've never focused, we've never seen that, we don't ever see and say parliament has been the issue for Salone for far too long. The only thing I think we all wake up to this recently. But I don't think it's just this set of parliament.
It's this parliament
it's just
because
like now.
I can tell you this, Kashi. When you look at Eskroma in parliament, these guys were 27 and they win votes them inside SLPP dominated parliament at the time. At the time, we just come up and rebel, whoa. Then they stand up, then they talk, then they defend. They don't say, hey, we're not powerless. They don't say, hey, what you for do? They stood up. So that was an effective parliament. Now, I make the former President Nkrumah became a president of that country. Now, this parliament, Kashi, believe it or not.
Maybe you go exempt. Or to some extent exempt the Ernest Nkrumah in parliament, right? But going back to like the day
1964,
remember, people understand.
No,
even
1964.
When we had the one-party state, we had parliamentarians there.
Yes. Between 1964 and 67, that parliament in Empress alone. Between 64 to 67. But again, now Uda cause and cash box. Look at everything SLPP they do now like today. Tell me, say, tomorrow, even this kind of justice will see, so this kind of human rights abuses, nothing is done. Tell me, say, tomorrow, if APC can have power, the supporters of APC go take the law into their own hands for go after SLPP people. And tell me, say, the parliament self no go sit down and allow and watch and see with democracy continue for go down the slum, continue for go down the gutters. Because what you do? Everything we would, like you always say, if you don't stand up now, that means when I get planned for revenge later tomorrow. And that is the country we sow. So the seeds are being sown now for tomorrow for revenge. So we think have to happen. So how would it go? We go deeper this day 60 years later. We go back another 60, 120 years with democracy. And we still complain, say, but we're not old yet. Look at America now, over 200 years they take them for, but we don't need 60. Who's how would they go 30 they will not get no map. APC come, they do what they for do. Government is continuity. Marabio come, they just can't mess up the whole thing, bruh. Abuse people and rights. Spoil the democracy completely. You cannot talk, they speak, you cannot travel in the country, go. Come on. Everybody we don't go back to 1930. Come on. Anyways, people's power, those numbers, focus on them. We'll begin that side tomorrow. We'll call you Brad. We'll begin that side with the numbers then. Yeah? We'll left this audio now today, not long enough. But members of parliament, the leader of the opposition, to God in this day, if you don't say nobody will come on, bruh. This democracy, people fight for them. We'll go for team up for them. We'll go for protect them. We'll go for protect the people. We're not going to use the people like a human shield anymore. Because that is what they do. Now they use the people like human shield. And by the way, we're not continue for call the people that organize the protest. People are still in jail. Then they're Paremba Road prisons. We're not continue for call on the people them we organize that protest. Let them talk to the leaders. Let them go and release them people there. People are still languishing. Then they're bonds. They don't send some go bonds. Some they're not. They don't send them across the country in a jail. Then they. So do you want to not sit down? You will get your family member. When I continue for put out audios. 30 days if you not see your family member, when I send the audios there, when I not sit down. When I continue for call the leaders of the protest, the organizers of the protest, let them speak up and let them people there, let them release them people them. When I get for ask Salon people, when I left for sit down, when they wait for miracles. When I say some of this, we say by God in power. When I picking in 30 days from McKinney, 10 and then lost so missing, 10 missing from McKinney. Nobody know whereabouts. Not even here. Everybody talk to themselves. What to make we continue so? But we left for Salon people there. Fatima Bio, Lord they go no more. But they don't pull with democracy. There's a lot of work to be done. All right, guys. Comrade, Kashi, any last word?
Ibrahim, I think so. For me, Usa, we start. The people do not need monies anymore from politicians. Please, politicians, una fix the system so the people can have equal share of the cake. The people are tired for make una go cut una cake, una come pinchy to them and give them. Then they just lick their finger. The people they want go fend for themselves. They want go out there in the boat. They sit in the boat, then paddle their own canoe, and then they make them the life for them and they begin them. Give the people a proper health facility. Give the people a good education. Give the people a good electricity. Give the people a good water. Give the people a good agriculture. Give them food. They are tired of you giving them one time every 6 months, one time every year. They are tired for Ibrahim, you know the interesting thing? Salon people and the people that will get pride bad. The people that will the shame. And they tell you, Ibrahim, Salon man, they don't like bigger. Now because they don't get choice, Ibrahim. Absolutely. I'm telling you, now because they don't get choice. Salon people in the shame bad. They get pride. They want kind of like make their own living for themselves. Politicians, stop using these people as tools. They do not want money. They don't want to make them go tell you, say, oh, now you just spend your money for the registration. No. Get the system straight. And they can go to the registration centers and do it. Waiting for it take 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. No. Just fix the system. Let them go there, get registered in 1 hour. And then you see if the people in the chase after owner, because the people that want to make the decision come 2023. And this is what we are fighting for. Give the people fix their system and stop giving them arms and little for me to eat. No, the people are tired of that.
Some people I think say with that word we go left an eye. But Cashbox, if Donald Trump calling supporter there right now, say una look how they no can arrest me now. Una donate for me. You know must see the raise one go inside something 2 hours. It raised the $100 million.
Absolutely.
You know,
because the people that are getting money, the people that are getting money, and in fact, if Donald Trump even you know, if Donald Trump will get money, so when a billionaire, if you pull in your money per certain campaign, then if you're not taking the ban for these are the systems we are talking about. Because they know too well if Donald Trump kind of like spend money, it influence people. They don't want that. This is the reason why America is great in the Western democracy. Now, because of that, make their country they are great. It is not because they get the money to line like all over the place. No. Now, because of systems in place, and this is what we're fighting for.
Institutions, the parliament, the judiciary, the police, until we fix that. Anyways, a lot of people will go learn. We're not continue for listening to garbage in our social media. Yeah? We're not continue no more. Now they go, but we know say the thing is a lot of them don't wake up. We're not continue for sensitize, pass on the information, we're not teach on our brother and sisters them. They'll reach out and teach one. Again, we're memorize on our constitution, know your duties as a citizen. Section 13, subsection B, it tells you say every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, so that your loyalty should be to the state and not to your sectional, ethnic, regional, or other loyalties. Yeah, when I memorize her, and then we want that alone. The day we reach that level in our country politics, salon they finish. No politician can give you money, you look at yourself. Matter of fact, we can give you money, you do more less. For can bribe you, you do more less. I'm saying after 5 years, then anyone can give you money. Get out now. I don't need your money. Get out. Will they pull you on the outside? They challenge you, they find somebody for you, they can replace you. Until we reach that level in our politics in Africa, in Sierra Leone, bro, we're not gonna get peace. We're not gonna get peace and quiet. But anyways, we're left on air. Bye bye.